Welcome adventurers and nature lovers to a breathtaking journey through some of the most awe-inspiring natural wonders our world has to offer. The 10 most stunning waterfalls across the globe, where roaring cascades meet cultural legends, where thundering waters carve through time, and where every drop tells a story older than civilization itself. From the thundering roar of Iguazu on the Argentina-Brazil border to the isolated majesty of Angel Falls in Venezuela's jungles, these natural wonders represent Earth's raw power and beauty in its purest form. They are the pulse of our planet, mystical, powerful, and profoundly beautiful. Today we'll traverse across continents and time zones to discover not just how these waterfalls came to be, but what they mean to the people who live near them, and why travelers like you find yourself drawn to their hypnotic power. Let's start with a question. What draws us to waterfalls? Is it their relentless motion, their mesmerizing roar, or the serenity they promise? Or perhaps it's the feeling of standing in the presence of something eternal, something that connects heaven to earth. Throughout history, waterfalls have been revered as sacred places, inspiration for artists, and now destinations that top bucket lists worldwide. As we explore these incredible locations, if this inspires you to plan your next adventure, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more travel secrets and stories. Check out the link in the description below to hunt for cheap flight tickets and local accommodations and turn these dreams into reality. You never know, your next destination might be just one click away. Now tighten your boots, charge your camera, and clear some space in your heart for wonder. We're about to embark on a tour of the 10 greatest waterfalls on Earth. Now, let's begin our cascading adventure. Iguazu Falls, Argentina, Brazil. Iguazu Falls, or Cataratas del Iguazu in Spanish and Cataratas do Iguaçu in Portuguese, stretches across 2.7 kilometers, 1.7 miles of the Iguazu River. This magnificent chain of 275 individual waterfalls, some reaching heights of up to 80 meters, is surrounded by the lush Atlantic rainforest. Located within 2 national parks, Argentina's Iguazu National Park and Brazil's Iguazu National Park. This area is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a sanctuary for over 2,000 species of flora and fauna. Now, as we go deeper, it's important to understand the culture and history that shaped this land. The name Iguazu comes from the Guarani words "y" meaning water and "uasu" meaning big. According to ancient Guarani legend, a deity planned to marry a beautiful woman named Naipi. But she fled with her mortal lover in a canoe. Enraged, the deity sliced the river, creating the waterfalls and condemning the lovers to an eternal fall. This tale is a poignant part of local mythology and still echoes through the misty air of the falls today. The European discovery of Iguazu dates back to 1541 by Spanish explorer Alvar Núñez Cabeza de Vaca, whose name now graces one of the trails here. But long before colonization, indigenous communities revered this sacred site, living in harmony with the land. Today, both Brazil and Argentina work together to protect the ecological and cultural legacy of this region. Let's focus on a must-visit. Highlight the Devil's Throat, or Garganta del Diablo. It's the most powerful and dramatic section of Iguazu Falls. To reach it from the Argentinian side, you'll take the ecological jungle train to the Garganta station. From there, a 1-kilometer walkway stretches above the river, leading you right to the edge of a colossal U-shaped cascade. As you arrive, you'll feel the thunderous roar of the water, see the mist rise hundreds of feet into the sky, and if you're lucky, catch a rainbow dancing in the spray. Don't forget to wear a poncho or waterproof gear. The falls don't just whisper, they roar with passion. Transitioning across the border to Brazil offers a broader panoramic view. The Brazilian side is ideal for photography lovers, with sweeping vistas that allow you to see the full scale of the falls. For those seeking more adventure, boat rides like the Macuco Safari take you close enough to feel the sheer power of nature crashing all around you. Iguazu Falls is more than just a place. It's an emotional experience, a living poem of water and stone, a meeting point of nations, cultures and stories, the importance of respecting nature, and the joy of discovering beauty that transcends borders. Victoria Falls, Zambia, Zimbabwe. Victoria Falls, locally known as Mosi Oa Tunya, which means the smoke that thunders. Nestled along the borders of Zambia and Zimbabwe, this majestic waterfall is a treasure of southern Africa. Fed by the powerful Zambezi River, it is the largest sheet of falling water in the world. stretching over 1.7 kilometers wide and dropping more than 100 meters into the gorge below. To reach here, most visitors arrive through Livingstone, Zambia, or Victoria, Falls Town in Zimbabwe. Each side offers unique perspectives, so if your time allows, I highly recommend exploring both. The Zambian side gives you a more intimate, close-up experience with the falls, while the Zimbabwean side offers panoramic vistas that will leave you breathless. The local people, predominantly the Tonga and Lozi tribes, have lived along the Zambezi for centuries. They've passed down legends that speak of the river's spirit, Nyami Nyami, a serpent god believed to protect and sometimes challenge the people. This mystical connection between the land and its people adds a spiritual depth to what is already a stunning natural wonder. Victoria Falls was introduced to the Western world in 1855 by the Scottish missionary and explorer David Livingstone, who was so awed by its power that he named it in honour of Queen Victoria. Today, a statue of Livingstone stands proudly near the falls, a reminder of that historical encounter between worlds. One of the most iconic viewing spots, the Knife Edge Bridge on the Zambian side. To reach the Knife Edge Bridge, you'll walk through a lush rainforest nourished by the constant mist from the falls. The narrow bridge clings to the cliffside, and as you step onto it, the thundering roar beneath your feet and the cloud of mist surrounding you will make your heart race. From here, you'll have a jaw-dropping view of the main falls, the boiling pot, and on clear days, even the famous rainbow arcs that hover like halos over the gorge. As we wrap up our tour, how often do we pause and marvel at the world's raw beauty? Places like Victoria Falls remind us that nature is not only a sight to behold, but a force to respect and cherish. Whether you're seeking adventure, photography, or spiritual connection, this destination delivers in every sense. Angel Falls, Venezuela. Welcome to Angel Falls, or as it's known in the native Pemon language, Kerepakupai Meru, meaning waterfall of the deepest place. Located in Canaima National Park in the southeastern region of Venezuela's Bolívar state, Angel Falls stands proudly within one of the largest and most biodiverse national parks on Earth. This park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, covers nearly 30,000 square kilometers of untamed jungle, rivers and ancient tabletop mountains called Tepuis. Angel Falls wasn't officially introduced to the world until 1933, when American aviator Jimmy Angel accidentally flew over it while searching for gold. His plane crash-landed atop Aoyang Tepui, the tabletop mountain from which the falls descend. He and his crew had to descend through the dense jungle for 11 days, an expedition that earned him the naming honor of this natural wonder. However, long before Jimmy Angel's flight, the indigenous Pemon people had revered this sacred site for centuries. They believe the Tepuis are the homes of spirits, and Angel Falls is no exception. It's not just a waterfall, it's a living legend, flowing from the skies like the tears of the gods. Angel Falls is the tallest uninterrupted waterfall in the world, plummeting an astonishing 979 meters, 3,212 feet, from the summit of Aoyang Tepui. That's more than 15 times the height of Niagara Falls. During the rainy season, the water turns into mist halfway down, dancing in the air before reaching the Churun River below. This isn't just a visual spectacle, it's an emotional experience. To get here, visitors usually start their journey in Ciudad Bolívar or Puerto Ordaz, taking a small plane into Canaima. From there, a river expedition begins, an unforgettable canoe trip through winding jungle waterways, usually led by indigenous guides. Be prepared. The trip includes an overnight stay in rustic campsites, but waking up to the sunrise over Angel Falls is a reward like no other. And while the falls are the star, don't overlook the surroundings. Canaima Lagoon offers surreal views of other waterfalls like Hacha and El Sapo, and treks through the park lead to exotic flora, unique rock formations, and glimpses of toucans, capybaras, and maybe even a jaguar if you're lucky. Angel Falls is not just a destination, it's a testament to the power, mystery, and enduring beauty of the natural world. It humbles us, reminding us how small we are against the grandeur of nature, and yet how deeply connected we remain. Have you ever felt that rush, standing before something so magnificent it steals your breath away? Would you brave the jungle to witness the tallest waterfall on Earth? Let me know in the comments. Plitvice Lakes, Waterfalls, Croatia. Plitvice Lakes National Park, a true gem tucked away in the heart of Croatia. Nestled between the Dinaric Alps and the lush woodlands of central Croatia, this UNESCO World Heritage Site spans nearly 300 square kilometers with a network of 16 cascading lakes connected by over 90 stunning waterfalls. Whether you're a first-time visitor or a seasoned nature enthusiast, Plitvice is a destination that awakens your senses and leaves a lasting impression on your soul. As we walk along these scenic boardwalks and hear the rush of water beneath our feet, let's take a moment to appreciate the rich history and culture that surround us. Croatia, known for its blend of Mediterranean and Slavic heritage, has long valued nature and storytelling. Plitvice itself holds a special place in the hearts of Croatians. Historically, this region was a crossroads for empires, Ottoman, Austro-Hungarian, and Roman, all of whom left their mark on the land. But it was in 1949 that the area was declared a national park, making it Croatia's oldest. Through wars and peace, Plitvice has stood as a symbol of resilience and natural beauty. Veliki Slap, or the Big Waterfall. At 78 meters tall, it is the highest waterfall in Croatia and one of the park's proudest features. As you stand before it, the cool mist gently touching your skin and the thundering roar echoing through the canyon. It's hard not to feel a sense of awe. This is a perfect moment to pause, take a deep breath, and truly connect with nature. Notice how the turquoise lakes feed into the falls, colored by minerals and aquatic life, creating a living painting that changes with the seasons. As we continue, along the wooden paths, keep an eye out for the diverse flora and fauna. The park is home to over 1,200 plant species, including many endemic to the Balkans. If you're lucky, you might even spot a lynx, brown bear, or one of over 160 bird species. Every corner of Plitvice tells a story not just of water and rock, but of life adapting, thriving, and enduring. Plitvice Lakes National Park offers more than just visual beauty. It teaches us the power of preservation, the poetry of natural design, and the peace that comes from immersing ourselves in landscapes untouched by time. It's a place where history whispers through the trees and waterfalls sing a song of freedom. Niagara Falls, Canada, United States. Niagara Falls isn't just a single waterfall, it's actually a collection of three. Horseshoe Falls on the Canadian side and American Falls and Bridal Veil Falls on the US side. They're all fed by the mighty Niagara River, which connects Lake Erie to Lake Ontario. This border region lies about 130 kilometers, 80 miles, south of Toronto and around 30 kilometers, 19 miles, north of Buffalo, New York. As you stand here, you're witnessing a force of nature that moves over 168,000 cubic meters of water per minute during peak flow. That's enough water to fill over 68 Olympic-sized swimming pools every single minute. But beyond the roar and spray lies a deep-rooted story. The falls were formed about 12,000 years ago, at the end of the last ice age, when retreating glaciers carved out the Great Lakes and created the Niagara River. Indigenous peoples, including the Neutral, Seneca, and Tuscarora nations, revered these falls as sacred sites long before European settlers arrived. In the 17th century, French explorer Samuel de Champlain was among the first Europeans to hear about Niagara. The name Niagara is believed to have come from the Iroquoian word Onguiahra, meaning the strait. By the 19th century, Niagara Falls became not only a tourist destination, but also a symbol of industrial power. Engineers harnessed its energy to produce hydroelectricity, making it one of the world's earliest sources of sustainable power. Visionaries like Nikola Tesla and George Westinghouse played key roles in developing the power stations here. Today, both Canada and the US continue to benefit from this clean energy source. One of the most iconic spots, the journey behind the falls located on the Canadian side in Queen Victoria Park. From here, you'll descend 125 feet through bedrock tunnels, emerging onto observation decks directly behind the roaring Horseshoe Falls. You'll feel the thunder beneath your feet and the spray on your skin, a thrilling reminder of the raw power of nature. Niagara Falls is more than a postcard-perfect destination. It's a blend of natural grandeur, cultural heritage, and human ingenuity. Whether you're seeking adventure, romance, or reflection, the falls have something magical for everyone. What surprised you most about Niagara Falls? The ancient history, the science behind its power, or the sheer beauty of the experience? Let me know your thoughts. Tugela Falls, South Africa. Tugela Falls is located within the Royal Natal National Park, situated in the northern part of the Drakensberg Mountains. The falls plunge 948 meters, 310 feet, in a series of 5 distinct drops, creating an unforgettable display of nature's power. The Drakensberg, which means Dragon Mountains in Dutch, forms a majestic backdrop with its towering cliffs and lush valleys. This area is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site of the Ukalamba Drakensberg Park, known for its stunning scenery, rare flora and fauna, and rich biodiversity. The falls themselves are fed by the Tugela River, which originates in the Monte Source mountain, and they are especially spectacular after the summer rains, when the water roars down the cliffs in full force. The Tugela Falls and surrounding area are steeped in local history. For centuries, the Zulu people have lived in this region, and their presence is woven into the fabric of the land. The Zulu name for Tugela Falls is Uthukela, meaning sudden or surprising. reflecting the way the falls seem to emerge from the mountain with unexpected power. The Zulu are known for their rich traditions and their connection. The land here is deep. During the Anglo-Zulu War in the late 19th century, the region was a strategic location, and the landscape served as a backdrop to many historical battles. The falls themselves have become an emblem of the enduring spirit of the Zulu people who have long called the mountains their home. Over time, the Drakensberg Mountains, with their cultural and natural significance, have become a place of pride, both for the Zulu nation and for the broader South African identity. As we approach the falls, you'll notice that there are a few different vantage points from which you can view the waterfall. The most popular viewing spot is located at the top of the falls, where you can stand on a ledge and gaze down at the powerful cascade. For the more adventurous, there's a challenging hike that takes you up to the top, offering breathtaking views along the way. The trek is not for the faint-hearted, but for those willing to put in the effort. The reward is a bird's-eye view of the falls and the entire valley below. The hike itself offers an incredible opportunity to connect with nature, passing through lush vegetation and along cliff edges with sweeping views of the surrounding mountains. As we conclude our visit to Tugela Falls, I hope you leave with a deep appreciation for the natural wonders that South Africa has to offer. The falls are not just a scenic destination, they represent the resilience of nature and the rich cultural history of the region. Whether you're an adventurer, a nature lover, or someone seeking to connect with South African heritage, Tugela Falls has something to offer everyone. What part of the experience intrigued you the most? Is it the breathtaking views from the top or the cultural history behind the falls? Share your thoughts and don't forget to take some time for yourself to reflect on the beauty of this place. Gullfoss, Iceland. Gullfoss, which translates to Golden Falls, is nestled in the canyon of the Vita River, which flows southward from the Langjökull Glacier Iceland's second largest glacier. As the river rushes forward, it suddenly plunges into a dramatic, two-tiered cascade. The first drop measuring 11 meters and the second a heart-pounding 21 meters into a rugged crevice over 30 meters deep. Surrounded by mossy cliffs and windswept tundra, the waterfall creates a constant roar, the sound of glacial meltwater making its thundering descent. On sunny days, you might see shimmering rainbows rising from the spray. A perfect photo opportunity. But Gullfoss is more than just a geological wonder. It's a place steeped in history and cultural legacy. In the early 20th century, foreign investors attempted to harness the power of Gullfoss for electricity through hydroelectric development. However, a young Icelandic woman named Sigríður Tómasdóttir, the daughter of the landowner, fought tirelessly to protect it. She even threatened to throw herself into the falls if the construction went forward. Her relentless efforts paid off. The project was abandoned, and Gullfoss was eventually preserved as a national treasure. Today, she is remembered as one of Iceland's earliest environmental activists, and her memorial stands proudly near the falls. Once you arrive at the Gullfoss Visitor Centre, you'll find well-maintained walking paths and viewing platforms. I recommend starting at the upper viewpoint, which offers a panoramic view of the waterfall and the canyon beyond. From here, follow the path down to the lower platform, where you'll get an exhilarating face-to-face experience with the cascading water. Gullfoss isn't just a stop on a tourist map, it's a symbol of nature's enduring power and the human spirit that chose preservation over profit. It teaches us that even the loudest waterfalls begin with a single drop of water, a reminder of how small actions can ripple into powerful change. So, what part of Gullfoss are you most excited to experience? The history, the nature, or the sheer power of the falls? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you've already been here, what memory stands out most to you? Yosemite Falls, United States. Yosemite Falls, the highest waterfall in North America. Towering at a staggering 2,425 feet from the top to the base, this natural wonder is not only a visual marvel but a deep reflection of the raw beauty and power of nature. Yosemite National Park spans nearly 1,200 square miles, yet most visitors flock to the Yosemite Valley, a 7-mile-long canyon carved by ancient glaciers. Yosemite Falls is located on the north side of this valley, easily accessible from Yosemite Village and visible from countless vantage points along the valley floor. Whether you're arriving from Fresno, San Francisco, or even Lake Tahoe, the winding mountain roads will guide you into this sanctuary of granite cliffs, pine-scented forests, and roaring rivers. Yosemite has been home to the Ahwahneechee people. For centuries, an indigenous tribe who considered the falls sacred, calling them Cholo. Their oral traditions speak of spiritual guardians who resided within the mist. Fast forward to the 19th century, when European American explorers drawn by the gold rush stumbled upon the valley. It was John Muir, the Scottish-American naturalist, whose writings and passion helped establish Yosemite as a protected national park in 1890. His legacy still whispers through the leaves and echoes in the falls themselves. As we approach Yosemite Falls Trail, get ready for an adventure. This moderately strenuous trail is about 7.6 miles round trip if you're aiming for the top, but there are excellent lower viewpoints for those who prefer a shorter trek. For beginners, the lower Yosemite Falls Trail is a perfect starting point, and easy 1-mile loop with a paved path leading you almost to the base of the fall. Here, you'll feel the cool mist on your face and hear the thunderous crash of water plunging into the basin below. Hike up to Columbia Rock, a 2-mile climb offering sweeping views of the valley, or brave the full hike to the top of Upper Yosemite Fall, where you'll stand beside the roaring drop-off and gaze down upon the vast expanse of Yosemite Valley. Yosemite Falls is not just a destination, it's a story of time, culture, and perseverance. It's a reminder of how nature inspires us, grounds us, and reminds us to pause in awe. How did this view make you feel? Did you hear the whispers of the past in the roar of the water? Sutherland Falls, New Zealand. Nestled within the dramatic landscape of the Fiordland region, Sutherland Falls is located near the famous Milford Sound in the southwestern part of the island. Towering at a staggering height of 580 metres, 1,904 feet, this mighty waterfall descends in 3 powerful tiers from Lake Quill, a glacial lake perched high in the mountains. To reach this hidden gem, you'll need to hike the legendary Milford Track, a 53.5-kilometre trek hailed as one of the world's finest walks. This waterfall was first discovered by Donald Sutherland, a Scottish explorer and gold prospector. In 1880, enchanted by its majesty, he named it after himself and dedicated his life to sharing its beauty with others. Interestingly, the area has long been sacred to the Maori people, the indigenous Polynesians of New Zealand, who have deep spiritual ties to the land and consider waterfalls like Sutherland Falls as places of cleansing and renewal. Over time, as tourism developed, the Milford Track and the falls became key highlights of New Zealand's conservation efforts, an eco-tourism movement drawing nature lovers from every corner of the globe. When you arrive at the base of the falls after traversing moss-laden forests, crossing swing bridges and ascending lush valleys, you'll feel the thunderous roar of water vibrating through the ground. Even on a sunny day, the mist from the falls will leave you drenched, nature's way of baptizing you into its grandeur. The final leg of the Milford Track from Quintin Lodge to the foot of Sutherland Falls is a 90-minute return walk. Follow the well-marked path, and soon you'll find yourself standing before this towering cascade with cool alpine air on your face and a sense of wonder in your heart. Waterfalls like Sutherland Falls are not just destinations, they are symbols of power, patience and purpose. They remind us that great beauty often lies at the end of great journeys, and that nature always rewards those who seek it with respect and awe. Have you ever felt so small yet so inspired, standing before a force
Of nature? What natural wonder has left a lasting impression on your soul? Share your thoughts. We'd love to hear your story too.
Dettifoss, Iceland. Dettifoss lies along the Jökulsá River, which flows from the mighty Vatnajökull glacier, the largest glacier in Iceland. The falls themselves are about 100 meters wide, plunging an astonishing 44 meters, 144 feet, into the rugged Jökulsárgljúfur canyon. From the town of Akureyri, it takes roughly 2.5 to 3 hours by car, travelling northeast through the raw and untamed landscapes of Iceland's interior. It's accessible from Route 862, the western side, paved, or Route 864, the eastern side, gravel, each offering a unique viewing perspective. Icelandic culture has long been intertwined with the raw forces of nature: fire, ice, and water. Waterfalls, like Dettifoss, weren't just natural formations, they were once believed to be gateways to other worlds, sacred sites of power and legend. The sheer force of Dettifoss has earned it the nickname The Beast among locals. It has even made its mark in cinema, featured in Ridley Scott's film Prometheus as a symbol of Earth's primal beginnings. For Icelanders, Dettifoss represents the untamed beauty and strength that defines their land, a source of pride and reverence. When you arrive at Dettifoss, be prepared for a sensory overload. The roar of the water can be heard long before you reach the edge. If you approach from the western viewpoint, Route 862, you'll find a well-maintained walking path and viewing platforms that allow you to stand face to face with this thunderous cascade. From here, you'll see the full width of the falls and feel the mist rise like a fine rain. On the eastern side, Route 864, the path is rougher, but it offers a closer, more intimate look. You can practically feel the earth vibrate beneath your feet. Dettifoss isn't just water crashing over a cliff, it's a symbol of Iceland's fierce independence, its resilience and its deep respect for nature's might. Before we wrap up, let me ask you, what moments in nature have made you feel small yet inspired? Have you stood in a place where the earth seemed to speak through wind and water? Each of these falls tells a story not just of geology and hydrology, but of human connection to natural wonder. From the indigenous peoples who considered these places sacred to modern conservationists fighting to preserve their beauty, waterfalls connect us across time and culture in shared awe. Now I'm curious, which of these magnificent waterfalls captured your imagination most strongly? Have you visited any of them? And what was your experience? Or perhaps there's another waterfall you believe deserves a place on this list. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Before you go, if you've enjoyed this journey through Earth's most magnificent waterfalls, please subscribe to our channel for more natural wonder explorations. Hit that notification bell to join us next week as we discover the world's most spectacular volcanic landscapes. Thank you so much for joining me on this virtual tour. I hope it brought a little bit of the world's wonder into your day. Wishing you all fantastic health, happiness, and many adventures ahead. If you enjoyed this journey and want to explore more incredible places with us, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next adventure. Until next time, keep exploring. Bye for now.